Hey everyone, Jordan Buchan here from Traveland RV. Today we are going to be talking about winterizing. I'm going to be showing you winterizing on a travel trailer today. Now yours, of course, may be similar but different if you have a not different travel trailer and a fifth wheel or even a motorhome. So follow along as these steps are going to be very similar. Now, the first thing that you do want to do is you want to make sure all your tanks are empty. So if you take a look down here, you're going to have a black and gray tank, of course, on this trailer, that you do want to make sure those are completely emptied with, even if you look a little bit more left, there's some more low point drains underneath there. So you really want to make sure that everything is drained out, all the water, all the fluid of your RV. Now that's just the start. From there, you're going to want to empty out even your hot water tank as well, as that can be a freezing point if there is water involved. So to do this, what you can do is there is a plug in here. Now this happens to have an anode rod, but you're either going to have something to look like this or a little white plug at the bottom of your hot water tank. Now you want to unplug that so you get all the water out. But first, what's very important to do, put that back in so you don't lose it, is when you have some water, this is a pressure release valve. If you open this up, I don't have any water in the system right now, it is actually going to release that pressure so that when you open this, it's not going to shoot right out at your hand. So that is a very important step, that you just give this a little flick so you get some of that built up pressure going out there. You might see a little bit of water coming up there. So just make sure you drain that fully out and leave it open. So make sure this plug then is not tightened back up, because you want that tank airing out. Now, the next steps are actually going to be all inside. So one of the first things you want to do when you enter the RV is you want to find the back of your hot water tank. So yes, we drained it from the outside, but from here we actually want to find the back of it, which happens to be underneath this bunk, which I'm actually going to crawl in so you can see here. Now, right down here, there is going to be a couple of bypasses. So you'll see there's a valve there, a valve back here, and even one down there. You want to make sure that they are in the crossed position, so how they are right now, so there is no water going to be flowing into that hot water tank. That is our main purpose. As you see, it's cutting off right here. So you just want to make sure it's completely going around back into the tube, so it's not going to be going into the hot water tank. So that's going to leave your tank completely empty and dry. The next thing you want to do is you want to find your water pump. Now, we actually have the water pump. Sorry, I'm just getting this valve ready. We actually have the water pump right by the hot water tank. Yours might be different. It might be underneath the sink, in the bathroom or the kitchen. But there is also going to be a couple ways for you to do our next step. In this particular trailer, we actually have this separate line right here that is leading off of the water pump. Now, off the water pump, there is a separate valve as well to access this line. This line is going to be used to put in the antifreeze. So what this is going to do, this is non-toxic antifreeze, where you can actually stick this valve inside the antifreeze and turn on your water pump and then open all your fixtures so that the antifreeze goes through all your lines. Now, the most important thing to do is check every single water line that there is pink antifreeze coming out. Make sure your kitchen is done, your bathroom, including your shower, of course. And then you even want to check outside fixtures. So in case you have an outdoor shower or even an outdoor kitchen, you want to make sure that there is pink antifreeze coming out of those lines as well. Now, like I said, there might be a couple other ways you can do this on your trailer. Fifth wheels and motorhomes, some of them have an access on the outside where you can actually winterize right directly from an outside here, where you do the same thing. You attach a line to the outside and stick it in an antifreeze bottle, but you can source it from out there and it'll access your pump. Now, that is actually how you winterize a trailer. You want to make sure this antifreeze is spread throughout your entire trailer. Like I said, that is one of the most important things, that your hot water tank bypass is set and that you have your tanks all drained, your hot water tank, your gray water tank, your black water tank, and your fresh water tank all drained. Now, the fresh or the gray and the black water tank, you want to make sure that you close that back off, because that is actually going to have some antifreeze in it as well. When you flush your toilet, you want to get that antifreeze in through the toilet, make sure all of those lines are pink as well. So that black tank, you want to keep a little bit of fluid in there as well, so none of that is freezing. You might need a couple bottles of this antifreeze, which again is non-toxic antifreeze, RV antifreeze. Now you may have a couple extra components to winterize. That could be an ice maker in a fridge, it could be a dishwasher, or even a washer. Now, you can check the manuals to see how they winterize properly, and you can also give us a call. Our parts and service team are more than willing to help. Now, this has been a video on winterizing here at Traveland RV. We are simply unbeatable.